Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Careers with Sara. Today I'm going to talk about how to promote yourself and get found by recruiters, and then I'm going to share some interview tips if you watch till the end. Whether you are looking for a job or you are possibly not looking for a job, having a profile of yourself on social media is really important, because you never know when is your next opportunity pop up. So I will start with Twitter. Twitter is a place that recruiters mostly are lurking to share some information about their recruiting agencies, and they are kind of like looking for candidates. And the more information you have on your profile, the more they know you are the right candidate. I know you're probably not using Twitter because it's kind of like a platform that might be confusing, or you feel that you have a dead profile, or you're just ghosting out because it's something that you don't see the value of it. But as I said before, Twitter is a platform where recruiters do look and search for a candidate. So I'll give you an example. So let's assume you are on Twitter. You have a profile that you are probably a director of, I don't know, maybe a branch manager. And what they are going to do is they're going to search on Twitter and look for a branch manager. And they're going to search one by one and see who is exactly has the most good profile that they can actually DM. And there are some features that people turn off, which is a disadvantage, because if you don't have that a DM option, then nobody can actually DM you, and they will go to the next one who does have a DM. So you want to make sure that you have this profile with the type of keywords, and at the same time your DM is actually on so other people can message you. So that's it, Twitter. You have to have a nice profile across all social media, not just on Twitter. You need to have a nice profile that is the same picture across all social media, so they know you are the right person that they are going to reach out to and not the wrong person. Now, LinkedIn is another platform that I do suggest to have your information there. On LinkedIn, you have a lot of keywords you can use, more than on Twitter. So recruiters are there as well. And the first thing that they do after they type for a branch manager, for example, they are going to look at the profile that is public and not private, that they see your titles, they see your summary. Some people skip, and it's not right, because if LinkedIn offers that feature, then you should use it. And then the next thing that you have also, they want to see if you've been featured someplace and any activities that you have done. Some people have a profile and there is no activity whatsoever, so they have like a ghosting profile, meaning that if the recruiter will message them, no one will respond, and it's just a waste of time. Also, they want to make sure that you have 500 plus connections. So they want to see who are your connections, and can they reach out and see if they actually left you some recommendation. They read that too. If you miss a recommendation, it's kind of like you're not a priority person for them to reach out to. So make sure that you have that. Also, your skills. I used to put maybe like 6 skills. That's what I thought I know. But when I looked at other candidates who have like 50 skills, I'm like, oh, I need to actually use all these features that LinkedIn has until, full capacity. So I added, kind of like 44 more skills to that. And you can always change, because the more you learn new skills, the more you can update your profile. It's necessary, because if a recruiter is looking for a particular skill, they can actually search that and make sure that your profile is going to pop up first. So use that. And also education is also important here. So now you know that Twitter and LinkedIn are the main social channels that the recruiters are actually on, and they are active, and they expect you to be active as well. So don't really think that you create a profile and you just forget about it. You can't forget about it because it's necessary to be active. They want to see what kind of posts you put. You can ask a question. For example, on Twitter, you can ask a questions. Does anybody have a suggestion how to write a resume? Or does anybody have a suggestion how to write a cover letter? Or does anybody have a suggestion who is hiring right now? All of these questions are important because this is going to actually show the recruiter that you are kind of like open to other positions, open to new positions. Now, once you have your profile ready on social media, then you're ready for the next thing, resume. You want to make sure that your resume is polished, you're using the proper keywords, it is free of spelling words that you misspelled. It's kind of like sound natural and very, very professional. I suggest you to look at the resumes that I do suggest how to write, which format you should write based on your situation. It's going to be in the description below or in the card right here someplace. And also you want to make sure that the fonts are right, the size is right, the proper sections are correct, so you don't miss any sections, the skills you want to add, the education you want to add, the contact information you want to add. You just don't use your address, don't add your address. And also I have kind of like a resume log, I call it job search log. You can download it, it's in the description below. It's kind of like help you to keep track of where you submit your resumes, to who you submit your resumes, what's the outcome, and who contacted you for an interview, and did you have an interview, who you need to follow up, all sorts of things. And also you want to make sure you network with the right people who can help you to get where you want to get. I also have templates, resume templates that you can use based on your skills, based on what color you like. I really suggest black and white is good because anytime a recruiter prints out a resume, it's always black and white. So you want to make sure you have the proper format and proper template. And then I want you to be prepared with some interview questions. It's always recommended. You want to be ready for any questions the recruiter might ask so you know the answer to it. A majority of time it's going to be something probably relevant to your job, and also something that is going to ask you some behavioral questions so you know how to answer them. And if you want to practice those questions, you can download them. It's also in the description below. It's really recommended that you do know also what to ask. If you ask something that is not relevant or not the right question, or even you say, I don't have any questions, it's a big turnoff for a recruiter. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions regarding your jobs, regarding resumes, let me know in the comment below. I would love to read it and I would love to share the answer on my next video. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support is really appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.